Good morning and welcome to this morning's service. I'm Ozaki and I will be your chairperson this morning. We will begin this morning with the tone of the Kansho, followed by the chanting of Sanbutsuge.
Kansho! Sanbutsuge
We will continue this morning's service with the golden chain, which is on page 6 of the brown service book. I am a link in Amita's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds. May every link in Amita's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Modiano. Namo Modiano. Namo Modiano. Our Gatha this morning is Nichiyobi, which is in the insert in the brown service book. Please stand.
Nichiyobi, Sunday. Happy today is happy Sunday. Come sisters, brothers, and little ones too. Let us attend service hand in hand. Happy today is happy Sunday. Good morning, Sensei. Good morning, everyone. Together let us all Kansho and bow to the Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Reverend Kory will now lead us in the reading of Sankyamon and the Three Treasures.
Sankyamon. 隣人受けがたし今すでに動く仏法聞きがたし今すでに聞くこの身根性に向かって露せずんばされいずれの章に向かって過去の身をどせん来週ものともに指針に参謀に消し立て祭るべしいずからうつに消し立て祭るささに願わくは人と共に大道を体現して御上で国産いずから法に消し立て祭るまさに願わくは人と共に学教像に知恵のごとくならんいずからそうに消し立て祭るまさに願わくは人と共に来週を通りして一切無限ならん 人のとは約千万語にもあよことくたし、我ら今検問し、従事することをたり、願わくは如来の真実義を下し立てまつらん。The three treasures. Hard is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult it is to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not deliver ourselves in the present life, no hope is there that we should be free from suffering and sorrow in the ocean of birth and death. Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I put my faith in Buddha. May we all together, absorbed into ourselves, the first book by way to enlightenment, and awaken in ourselves thy supreme will. I put my faith in Dharma. May we all together submerge to the depth of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I put my faith in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord, in thy life of harmony, in a spirit of universal temple, free from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages and myriads of cultus, hard is to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Namo.
Please be seated. We will now have our Dharma Message by Reverend Kory.
Gassho. Working, or ki. The original term ki has several connotations. Reason, meaning, justification, principle, etc. Shinran uses ki to denote two opposing realities. One, the mental, emotional, and volitional working of unenlightened persons, tariki or self-power. To fathom Amida's primal vow, which surpasses conceptual understanding. And two, the boundless activity of Amida's primal vow or other power. I'm sorry, I said tariki, it should be jidiki. Yeah, jidiki or self-power. But other power is tariki, which fills the person of blind passions with true reason and compassion. Translating as true working. Thus, the paradoxical phrase mugi or mugi omotegi tosu is rendered no working is true working, implying that where the activities of the ego are no more, the true working of Amida's compassion manifests itself. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Good morning, everyone. Yeah. You know, what's funny is that, so the reason why I chose this definition, or where it explains like no working is true working work, or the working itself of GDP versus Tariki, and it seems that when people talk to me, they talk to me a lot about the temple calendar and how what's going on, or and actually they've asked that there's a lot more envelopes nowadays than there used to be. I'm like, I don't know. But as I kept looking at the calendar, it's kind of funny too, because I took to myself. Have you ever done this where this weekend is an empty weekend, there's nothing going on. There's today there's not a special service, there's BEC Film Festival, but it's like a regular service. And then yesterday I just had memorial services, and but like next week is craft fair, or we had Shirashi the week before, and all these different things. Because the week after that is Southern District Conference. The week after that is actually Southern District Conference and our Halloween party, and then Wine Music comes after that, and Veterans Day service. So every weekend there's like something going on in the temple. And so when I was looking at the calendar earlier this week, I kept going, oh, it's just a regular Sunday service, or it's like nothing. Sometimes I say, oh, there's nothing going on. To me, it occurred to me that is definitely a Tariki moment. We put definitions, or we try to control our mental state to say, oh, I don't have to wake up today because I'm sure you've probably done this. I don't have to wake up today because it's a normal day too. I can stay up, I can sleep a little longer, or do those things. On a basic Buddhist level, isn't that us squandering our lives away to taking those moments for granted? I feel like it is, because every day is special. Today should be probably some of the this is the most amazing service. Let's note. So we start with the person behind the scenes, because you won't see him in front of the camera, even if you do. As Mr. Gary. Mr. Gary's here. Miss Jan, thank you. Even though there was miscommunication, that you stepped up and did MC for us today. And then working backwards, I'm not going to say how old, but it's Miss Noy's birthday. And even more so, we're grateful for the life that they've been living together. As 68 years of marriage today is her husband, Mr. Vilnius in the front. Right? That's a lifetime. That's a lifetime. Ron, it kept going in my mind. Ron kept said, how old were you? 14 when you got married, right? And I go, Ron, even at 14, that still makes her over 80 years old. Everyone has these special days. We don't have to mark them by special though, right? Again, every day is a blessing and a gift. When we take control of them and try to label them to be special, we won't see how special they are. To me, that's like Sanbutsuge teaching in itself, is that if we try to put labels on things or make things overly special, we're missing life. The passage that I read, it relates to Jinan and Oni, right? Or natural. Jinan is naturalness, and so Honi means to be made so. Shinran wrote this passage about
this term Jinen Oni. It says concerning Jinen Oni. Ji means of itself, not through the practicer's calculation. It simplifies being made so. Nen means to be made so. It is not through the practicer's calculation. It is through the working of the Tathagata's vow. So, Oni signifies being made so through the working of the Tathagata's vow. It is the working of the vow where there is no room for calculation on the part of the practicer. Now, therefore, that in other power, Tariki, no working is true working. Jinen signifies being made so from the very beginning. Amida's vow is from the very beginning designed to bring each of us to entrust ourselves to saying Namo Amida Butsu and receive us into the Pure Land. None of this is through our calculation. Thus, there's no room for the practicer to be concerned about being good or bad. This is the meaning of Jinen, as I have been taught. As the essential purport of the vow, Amida vowed to bring us all to become Supreme Buddha. Supreme Buddha is formless, and because of the being formless, is called Jinen. Buddha, when appearing with form, is not called Supreme Nirvana. In order to make it known that Supreme Buddha is formless, the name Amida Buddha is expressly used. So I have been taught. Amida Buddha fulfills the purport of making us know the significance of Jinen. After all, after we have realized this, we should not be forever talking about Jinen. If we continuously discuss Jinen, that no working is true working. Will again become a problem of working. It is a matter of inconceivable Buddha wisdom. So that's like, how do I explain it? Well, for many of us, we've met many great people in our lives, especially in this community. I cannot say that I would have met any of them if I were on my own. And even now, even if they've gone before us, even now those influences are even more important or more powerful. Because they're the tempter, the role models. And so on and so on and so on. Who's to say that our lives would be the same? Or someone would say, that's okay, we're all struggling, if we were someone else. If the promise of our Supreme Buddha or our enlightenment is assured already, that's all we have to know. We don't have to struggle. Because by struggling, we'd be looking for special days all the time. To say, this day wasn't so great, tomorrow would be better because this has happened. No. That's like doing practice. That's like doing work. Just relax. Contemplate your true self. See the imperfections. But just relax. That's the naturalist that emerges. And the system that is there, that's what causes us to say Nembutsu. Whether you believe in traditional Jodo Shinshu or not, it matters. Whether you believe in traditional Jodo Shinshu or not, it matters. Because how many other places would say, you're a wrongful being. And keep saying, you're a wrongful being, or a foolish being. You know, stop struggling so much. Stop working so hard. Just listen to the influences around you. Or just be grateful for those influences that hold you up. And see you as a human being, and not for what they want you to be. Jinen, or this working of working is that way. When you find yourself working on something that's just totally you might even be struggling to try to be better, but that might make you frustrated. I find that about myself all the time. That's why it says, no work is true, just relax. It'll come naturally. It's already been done for you, so it comes, the settlement comes naturally, and it comes with it. Questions? Because this one's, it's a lifelong process, just like everything else, even though I just said don't do anything. I mean, how many of us struggle with that? Well, I just said I do, so we could talk about the struggle of even looking at the calendar and saying, oh, this is just a normal Sunday. This is just there's nothing going on. There's nothing going on. Oh, look, how wonderful is that? Oh, the day's going on. Life is passing us by. We're not enjoying it because we're grateful. And then Namwaki Dabutsu. Right? So with that again, please join me in Gassho as I try to read this correctly. Working, or ki. The original term ki has several connotations: reasoning, meaning, justification, principle, etc. Shinran uses ki to denote two opposing realities. One, the mental, emotional, and volitional working of an unenlightened person's or self-power to fathom Amida's primal vow, which surpasses conceptual understanding. I forgot that part. Don't think about don't even contemplate the vow, just realize it's working behind the scenes. And two, the boundless activity of Amida's primal vow, or other power, which fills the person of blind passions with true wisdom and compassion, translated as true working. Thus, the paradoxical phrase, Mugiomo de Gis Tosu, is rendered, no working is true working, implying that where the activities of the ego are no more, the true working of Amida's compassion manifests itself. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Thank you very much. Happy anniversary, happy birthday, and because of your great, just being you, we have a wonderful service put together by the family, basically. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Sensei, for your message. Reverend Kory will now lead us in the reading of Rokuhamitsu and the 6 Paramitas, which are on pages 4 and 5 of the Brown Service Book. Please stand.
Rokuhamitsu. 御仏様の御心に立ち返らせていただいて、一つ一つ清らかなマナと温かい情け、つつましらかな態度で暮らしましょう。一つ今日一日、腹を立てますまい。一つ今日一日、不明不足嘘を申しますまい。一つ今日一日、私の仕事に全身全力をかけて尽くさせていただきましょう。一つ今日一日、夜昼常に私を守るつもと、御仏の恩を喜ばさせていただきましょう。一つ今日一日、南無阿弥陀仏を唱えさせていただきましょう。6 Paramitas.
turning our thoughts to the Buddha, let us throughout the day live with clear eyes, warm hearts, and humble attitude. Let us throughout the day not become angry. Let us throughout the day not utter words of discontent, dissatisfaction, and hatred. Let us throughout the day do our daily work with all our power. Let us throughout the day rejoice in the love and compassion of the Buddha, who is constantly watching over us day and night. Let us throughout the day repeat the holy name, Namo Amida Butsu. Promise, the Buddha is our eternal Father and Mother. The Buddha always keeps watch over us. We promise to listen to the teachings of the Buddha and perfect ourselves by following the Buddha's ideals. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Please be seated. Next, we are going to have the Dharma School installation by Reverend Kory.
Okay, our 2025 to 2026 Dharma School cabinet is actually the same as last year's. Okay, first we have corresponding, she's not here, but corresponding secretary, excuse me, Gail Yoneda. And then we have our two recording secretaries, Barbara Fukuji and Tom Yamaguchi. Treasurer Julia Rueda.
Focus. Slow.
Assistant Superintendent Jan Ozaki. And Superintendent, me, Judy Hopfield.
If we just keep it now. That's it. The newly elected officers of the 2025-2026 Venice Honganji Buddhist Temple Dharma School. In accepting the office, take upon yourselves certain responsibilities toward your Sangha and your temple. Are you ready to sacrifice some of your personal desires for the common good? Are you determined to do your part during your term in office in spreading the ideals of Buddhism on this land to a higher plane by living the life of thankfulness for the benevolence of the Buddha and also realizing the ideal of the oneness of all life? Will you do these with all your might, without fear of favor, irrespective of class, color, and creed, and thereby help lay the foundation stones upon which the future generations may build a universal Buddhist Sangha, through which the teachings of the Buddha shall shine forevermore? If you will do these, or take these responsibilities upon your shoulders, please repeat the following affirmation. I take office in the 2025-2026 Venice Dharma School Cabinet realizing my responsibilities, and determined to do all in my power to remember at all times the teachings of the Buddha. Kansho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. If you will please turn around. I now present to you the 2025-2026 Venice Honganji Buddhist Temple Dharma School Conference.
Are there any announcements? Just a reminder that October 26th, Dharma School is having their Halloween party from 4 to 7. They'll be out mostly in the parking lot. Everyone's invited. Just bring a dish to share for the potluck and a bag of treats if you're in the place.
Good morning, everyone. The Venice Honganji Buddhist Film Festival continues today at 12 noon. The theme this year is occupation and resistance, and today's film is Army of Shadows. So please join us if you have a mind to. It's a good movie.
On behalf of the BWA, we'd like to thank all of you that supported our Chirashi sale. It was a big success. We sold all of our orders, and we are now selling a virtual opportunity raffle ticket for $5. The price will be $500, and the winner will be announced in January. So if you're interested in a purchase of ticket, come and see me.
You should let the notes on behalf of this our curriculum. You should probably let them know it's not actually our fundraiser.
Yes, that's correct. It's not for our chapter fundraiser. It's actually for the Federation BWA conference that's being held next October 2026. So if you're interested in supporting the FBWA, please see me for raffle tickets.
Good morning. This Saturday, we're having a craft fair that Hand Ito's organizing. We provide a bunch of crafts such as hand stamp cards, quilted bags, crocheted items. We're also going to have a bake sale. That's Saturday, 10 to 3. And other things that are coming up from ABBA, they're having a steak feast on November 15th, so look for information about that. And there's also Wine Palooza at Western Lake Buddhist Temple, and that's November 1st. That's good time, for information on that. Thank you.
Are there any other announcements? Okay, well, like Reverend Kory said, it is my mom's 90th birthday today.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kory. Happy birthday to you.
We will conclude this morning with the Gatha Sayonara and the reading of the Benediction. Sayonara is on page 62 of the Brown Service Book. Please stand.
Thank you.
surround all people and all forms of life with infinite love and compassion. Particularly do we send forth loving thoughts to those in suffering and sorrow, to all those in doubt and ignorance, and to those whose feet are standing close to the great chain we call death. We send forth oceans of wisdom, mercy, and love. Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you for attending this morning's service. You're welcome to stay for a study class led by Richard Modiano. And refreshments will be served downstairs following the study class.
Please join me in Kansho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Sensei's message today had a lot of Jodo Shinshu doctrine in it, and we could talk for hours about it, but I want to focus on just Jiriki and Tariki, because there's some confusion about that. Jiriki is self-power and Tariki is other power. Now, so the confusion comes in because they say, well, you know, we as Shin Buddhists rely on other power, Tariki, but aren't we doing Jiriki when we come to the temple? Well, no, not really. It refers to basically our spiritual life. To do anything, you have to motivate yourself to get out of bed, to dress, to eat your breakfast, to come to the temple by bus, bicycle, foot, car, however you get here. And that's the same thing that, for example, somebody that goes to a Zen center, they do all that. But when they arrive at the Zen center, they enter the Hondo, the same as we do. They take their seat on a cushion and not in a pew, and they practice Zazen for the sake of attaining enlightenment. And that is Jiriki. That is self-power. So they are doing this practice, which is not easy, for the sake of enlightenment. We, on the other hand, we do all of these things except when we enter the temple, we take our seat and we listen to the Dharma. That's all we have to do. Listen to the Dharma, hear it, and make of it what we will. And whether we understand it or not, if all we have to do is trust in the vow of Amida Buddha, and that's it. If you have that trust, that conviction, then everything else is easy. You don't have to understand the Dharma in its depth. You don't have to know what's even going on if you have that conviction. If you have that, I am saved. If you know that in the depths of your being, if you have that conviction that Amida Buddha has your back, as Emily Korea likes to say, which is a very good expression. I mean, it's a pith Dharma teaching for Jodo Shinshu Buddhists. So if you've got that working for you, everything else is easy. So that is what makes this other power. All of the work has been done by Dharmakara Bosatsu, the Bodhisattva who became Amida Buddha. All of the austerities and practice that he did over aeon after aeon to take birth finally as Amida Buddha, he transferred the merit of all of that practice to anybody who accepts him as Amida Buddha, as a person who has saved them already. So if you can do that, then you're saved. And even if you can't do that right now, you will be eventually able to do that just by showing up at the temple and letting the Dharma sink into you, whether you consciously understand it or not. I mean, that's what I think. And I should add at this point that this is a kanmo, which is a talk given by a layman. So I'm a layman, even though I might be wearing these robes, I'm still a layman. So this is purely my understanding. This is not the official position of the Honganji. This is just the understanding of a layman. When Sensei speaks from the podium up here, he's giving a Howa, a Dharma talk. So what he says from up there, he is in accordance with what the Honganji has decided doctrinally. So I wanted to make that distinction. But any questions? And sort of the other concept was Jinin Honin, which is naturalness, and the idea of real working is no working. And this idea of real working is no working, the real working is done by Anita. For us, it's no working. We're not the ones that are doing the working. We're not making the effort to become enlightened because it's been made for us already and it's been transferred over to us. So that at the end of our lives, we will take birth in the Pure Land and attain instant enlightenment. And that's what Jinin Honin means. So it's like, again, it's all been done for us. And the reason that we come here to the temple is not to practice meditation or anything of that sort, but out of gratitude, because we have this knowledge that we have been already saved. Our enlightenment is guaranteed for us. Not in this lifetime, but in the next one when we take birth in the Pure Land. Then we will be Buddhas. We will be enlightened. And now, living with that knowledge of what's to come, we're grateful. It's like somebody says, I'm going to give you a present for your next birthday, and you feel gratitude for that even though you haven't got the present yet. You expect to get that present. So that makes me happy. I'm going to get a great present. So that's what we're going to get. We're going to get that present of enlightenment from Amida Buddha, which has been guaranteed to us. So, anything else? Okay, well, then I'll say a couple of things about the movie today. You know, the theme for this year's film festival has been occupation and resistance. And the first film that we watched was about the Irish Revolution and Civil War and the resistance to British imperialism. And this film is about resistance to the Nazi occupation of France during World War II. And it's based on a novel that was actually written during the occupation and was circulated underground. And it was translated into English and published in England and the US during World War II. So although if you were living in France, you had a hard time coming across this novel. If you lived outside of France, ironically, it was a bestseller in the US and in England because it told the people in those countries that there was a resistance to the occupation of France that was happening at that time. So, and it's not and it was sort of shockingly honest in its depiction of what the people who were resisting had to do in order to resist. So, anyway, yes?
When was the movie made?
The movie was made in 1969. Yeah, it's a 1969 movie. And it's based on although the characters in the movie are fictional, they were based on real people. So interestingly enough, earlier this year I was reading about that and I came across an interesting factoid. There's a scene in the movie where General de Gaulle pins a medal on this guy, and he looks like a giant. Well, in fact, in real life, General de Gaulle was 6'6". He was a giant. So, anything else? All right. Well, please join me in Gatha. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you for coming and thank you for listening.